Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Are you feeling the sun returning? Or are you feeling more the darkest night? Either way, it's perfect. This is the winter solstice dawning. So in this hemisphere of the earth, we are experiencing the longest nights, and on Thursday it will be the longest night, which mimics the invitation of the dark night of the soul, where the highest wisdom comes from facing our darkness. It's in that, facing our fear, facing our regret, facing our darkness, opening our hearts, surrendering to it, that the sun returns. And the sun then begins to build, and it is the sun, S-U-N, and the sun, S-O-N. In these religious and spiritual paths that collide this time of year, it is all ruled by Mother Nature. Nature is showing us, slow down, and then the collective has warped it and told us to speed up, shop more, wrap more presents, put up lights, cook more, take a deep breath, exhale. So what this can be is a beautiful, wondrous time of year where we get to consolidate the dark night of the soul into a couple days. That we get to have the ability to face what is dark and let the light shine on it. And that is what I'm so excited about to share with you. This winter solstice has an extremely beautiful earthy signature. What do I mean? Well, as it hits, the moon will be in Taurus at 0 degrees, just like the sun being at 0 degrees Capricorn as the solstice dawns. There is so much love and support in the earth energy right now to help us be grounded and to see the beauty of the present moment. So I'm going to be using this Saturday, my Monday and Wednesday class to prepare us for the winter solstice celebration. You can attend it online or in person. It's regular class pricing unless you don't have a membership, and then you can just go on and buy just the winter solstice. However, the invitation that I'm going to be helping us with is the sun shines. The bright light, the winter solstice blessing dawns in the present moment. The only place that I can heal that makes a better future is now. I cannot change what has happened in the past, and neither can you. But we can take this immense invitation and this blessing from God at the winter solstice to harness the light. That's what it is. And there is an actual stream of nectar that comes from this placement of the sun every year. That's why all across the earth, we humans for thousands and thousands and thousands of years have built these monuments to harness this moment. But there is no greater temple than the human body temple. And that is what we do with the Maharaj method. That is what we do in yoga. So we are going to be really expanding into a longer chant and a longer breath work. And we'll start Saturday, we'll go even deeper Monday, even deeper Wednesday, and then on Thursday, the 21st at 6:30 p.m., we will gather to get the gift of the light returning. And it's your light. Just like the sun is being birthed and getting to grow bigger and bigger, it is giving us like this. You might want to even think of it like a kiss. Mwah! Right on the center of our heart. And it is inviting us to recognize something that is the medicine. It is the joy. It is the gift that we need to take our next evolutionary leap. I am so over the moon with the class that I just completed with these amazing women called Manifesting Miracles. And one of the things that we really were hitting hard, and we're going to continue this in my classes, is what is a miracle? It is when a human moves from running their life on fear to more often running their life on love. And the interesting thing is, love is not the highest octave that God offers. Enlightenment is. So how does this work? Shame is the base. Shame is the one thing that we can't grow past unless we begin to let it go. And the sun, the return of the sun, bathes us in an energy that we have an opportunity to drop it. It's one thing to know I can improve. It's one thing to know I've made mistakes. It's another thing to think I'm unfixable and I'm bad and I'm wrong. That's shame, right? So we get this boost out of that. And as you go up this energy scale, this love is the doer. Love is the God force, the bridge to the higher octave. Love is what helps us have the courage to drop fear, because we can't experience the next energy without it. And what is that? Joy. Joy is the most challenging, life-changing, illuminating medicine a human being can ever encounter. And most of us only encounter it for flashes. And I'm not talking about pleasure. I'm not talking about happiness. I'm not talking about you getting what you want. I'm talking about this overwhelming laughter, joy, tears running down your face, standing on the earth for no particular reason, just in joy. That joy becomes the fire that further cleanses the residue of fear living. The more we do Kundalini, the more we are in this Maharaj method, we get to use the lioness of love to give us the strength for joy that initiates real peace. Peace is where we really have access to neutral and profound decision making. That is where our energy can actually not only benefit us and everyone around us, but the entire world. And then peace is the gateway to enlightenment. And enlightenment is just like it sounds. The lights are on. The lights are on. That doesn't mean Marcia or Maharaj Kar is perfect. It means that the lights are on and I love her no matter what. And listen to that. I love her no matter what. And if I do that, guess how much my love is for you. Guess how profound my understanding and compassion and love is for you, for the world, for these problems that we are facing. And it all starts in the present moment and the building to the winter solstice for the sun to return. Christ is this amazing story about the Sophia had the thought of this story. In the Milky Way, we learn the familiar way, meaning that everything in our solar system is about family. And so we have Father Sun, Mother Earth, Sister Moon, Venus and Mercury, our siblings. We go out from there and we start to have Uncle Mars, but then Uncle Saturn and Auntie Jupiter. But then we move into our grandparents, Pluto, Uranus, the big players that have watched over us for thousands and thousands of years. And this is the family of our solar system. And then we create this familia to put in our scriptures, in our stories, to tell us, because we give God all these personalities, which helps us understand what? Who we are. That's what it's doing. It's helping us understand who we are. So this is a grand time. If you're hurting, winter solstice and this end of year parade of light could be a time where you are able to surrender, because that's what it's going to take, y'all. It takes surrender in order to truly embrace love. It takes a huge surrender in the present moment. And so we're going to be giving ourselves all kinds of opportunity to surrender our guilt, surrender our fear, surrender our doubt, so we can step into love that gives us the courage to feel joy, that opens our minds to peace, that ultimately enlightens us. So the story of the Christ child is about God. God, the Sophia can't die. She's always been, she always will be. We are mere thoughts in her heart. And in order for her to understand in order for her to understand her own vulnerability, which is really hard if you are forever and will never die. I mean, what's there, to be vulnerable about? So she creates this idea of the Son of God. God becomes human. And baby Jesus starts as this vulnerable little baby and he's at the mercy of his parents. Oh God, I hope I have good parents to keep me alive through this, right? And there is this, understanding on the earth that God has arrived. So now the ones that are in power want to kill this child off. And the story goes, right? And ultimately, it is Yeshua's passion to be crucified because he is exemplifying the death of the ego in order to have a forever joy, a life that doesn't end. And the Son returns. And that's our story. That is our story. And, one of the things when you really read into the book of the Gospel of Daniel and the Gospel of Thomas and Philip is crucifixion. And this is something Guru Yogi Bhajan talks about. Crucifixion and resurrection is something that happens a lot in a human life. Some of it can be very subtle, but some of it is huge. Like when you get sober, when you get divorced, when you get married, when you face a health condition, there is this death of the ego that has to die in order for you to become married, in order for you to become sober, in order for you to actually enlighten. Something has to give. And we're not good at that. And that's what the winter solstice blessing is. It is giving you the opportunity to make some decisions. There's also this great aspect of the winter solstice with Black Lilith at 8 degrees in Virgo. So she's bringing in better decisions for your body. We're going to see a lot of different kinds of modalities and technologies for the body as we open up to the new age in Aquarius. And I believe that Virgo right now with Black Lilith is opening each of our minds to knowing that there is not a one-size-fits-all, and it is so important for us to feel and know our own self so that we know what steps to take to be happy, to be healthy. I love you so, so much. Every day is a great day at GDF. Our big events are next Thursday for the winter solstice. And then the next one is New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve is from 7:30 until 12:15 a.m. So this really helps us set the signature for the new year. The next day is New Year's Day at 11 a.m. We will have a workshop online and in person that will be bringing in the cosmic energy of 2024. I'll be talking a lot about that on our New Year's Eve celebration too. But on New Year's Day, we will start our next 40-day. It's going to have a big signature around prana because we are in an 8 year. So we're going to be dealing with the 8th body, the pranic body. The pranic body is not just about breathing in oxygen. It's about prosperity. It's about intuition. And it's about vitality. So we will be doing a 40-day that opens us up to that. I love you so much. Happy holidays. Blessings of winter solstice. And for those of you who celebrate, Merry Christmas. Satnam.